Thrive 15 presents Awkward Business Moment number 17, the sales cold call.
Hi, yes, this is Toby from Vacuums and More. I was wondering if I'm sorry, hello? Hi, I've got come on. Hi, this is Toby from Vacuums and More. I'm sorry, sir. Okay. Are our phones down or something? No one's answering the phone. Oh, I gotta dial 9?
You gotta dial 9, yeah.
I did, okay. Answer the phone! Hi there, this is Toby. Hi, I'm so sorry to interrupt dinner. Hello? No. This is not a sales pitch. This is more than that, actually. Well, okay, it's a sales pitch, but hi, this is Toby from Vacuums and More. I was calling for Mr. Gene Banks. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I hadn't realized he had passed. Well, who do I have on the line here? Hello? Hello?
Don't let this happen to you.
Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. In a world filled with endless opportunities, why would two men who have built 13 multi-million-dollar businesses altruistically invest 5 hours per day to teach you the best practice business systems and moves that you can use? Because they believe in you, and they have a lot of time on their hands. They started from the bottom. Now they're here. It's the Thrive Time Show starring the former U.S. Small Business Administration's Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark, and the entrepreneur trapped inside an optometrist's body, Dr. Robert Zillner. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses.
Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom, now we hit.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of 5, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go!
We started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom.
Yes, and yes! Thrive Nation, on today's show, we're going to talk about the power of call centers and why you need a call center for your business, or how you can use a call center for your business, how to optimize your call center. Because everybody out there, before I introduce today's guest, I want to just tee up this problem. Everybody out there, you have a business. James, I'm sure you've never seen this scenario. You have a business, leads come in. So somebody is saying, I want to buy a ticket to your event. I want to hire your company to clean my windows. I want to hire your company to train my dog. But there's a failure to communicate that can happen for sometimes, because the person who has the product to sell can't seem to reach the customer. James, have you ever seen this phenomenon?
I have. It does happen.
We're going to talk about why you must call every lead until they cry, buy, or die. What? Why you must call, text, or email every lead, call, text, and email every lead until your fingers begin to bleed from texting, calling, and emailing. You must call, text, and email every lead until they cry, buy, or die. James, right now, people request tickets to come to our workshops. How many times on average do you have to call every lead before they actually pick up the phone?
Maybe between like 6 to 9 times.
Yeah. So it's crazy because someone will request a ticket, right? And you'll text them and you'll say, hey, what's up? This is James. I'm calling on behalf of this event, and we wanted to take care of you. It's a pre-written text.
Right.
But still, you got to call them how many times?
Between 6 to 9 times.
You're sick.
Sometimes I get them on the first go around, but other times I'll have someone on the 25th call, and they're like, oh, I'm so happy that you called. Thank you so much. And then, boom, they buy.
Now, on part 2 of today's show, I'm going to show footage of my last day working at a company I started called DJconnection.com, where we did 4,000 weddings a year. But let me tell you what, if a bride filled out that form and the bride was looking to hire our DJ services, my team had the rule. You must call, text, and email every lead until they cry, buy, or die. And now today's guest, he has a company called Window Ninjas, and he's franchising. And so if you're out there today and you want to buy a proven business system, one of the values they offer, or one of the benefits they offer of owning a Window Ninjas, is they will call, text, and email every lead that comes in for you as the local business owner until they reach them. And so now without any further ado, Gabe Salinas, welcome on to the Thrive Time Show. How are you, sir?
I'm wonderful, Clay. Thanks for having me today.
Gabe, I gotta ask you this, Gabe. When somebody goes to windowninjas.com to schedule an appointment, how many times does your team have to call, text, and email every lead until you reach them?
I think James is right on the head. He said about 6 to 9 times, and I calculated it the other day. It was right around number 8. 8 is the magic number.
It's wild. Now, I would like to ask the question, why? Why does it, in an era now where everyone has Facebook, text messages, emails, voicemails, LinkedIn messages, Instagram messages, direct messaging on Twitter, Truth Social messages, YouTube comments, Rumble comments. Why is it so impossible, Gabe, to have a conversation with somebody who's reaching out to you?
Because they're spending all their time on social media. Would you name like 15 different media sources where people can actually get a hold of you, and maybe only like one of them actually works? The best one is the phone. However, not everybody likes to pick up the phone, so then you got to do the digits with your fingers and make the action happen by getting them on the phone with a text. And if they don't answer that, then you still got to work those fingers, and you got to type on your keyboard, and you got to bang out an email, and then you got to send it over to them, and then you got to wait for about 3 minutes, and you got to call them again.
And you got to
do it again.
And you got to dial that thing, James. You got to dial and smile, man. You got to call them all until they cry, buy, or die. You got to call, you got to text, you got to email every single lead until they cry, buy, or die, and your fingers bleed, right?
That's what I do.
What? Why?
It just has to happen. That's how you know that someone's they're gonna either buy it or they're not a buyer, and you move on to the next person.
Does it ever blow your mind how many times you have to? How many calls did you make yesterday, James?
Over 350 calls.
Oh man, woo! And I was playing phone tag with a person today. You probably heard the call. Who's a household name? Everybody knows his name. I'm not going to mention his name on today's show. But you told me yesterday. You said, "Bro, you missed a call from this guy."
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make that connection happen. And every time he calls me, I'm recording a
show.
Right. And every time I call him, he's doing something big. You know, he's always like, "Oh man, sorry, I was just hanging out with this person, having a discussion with this person." He exclusively hangs out with household names, and I keep missing him. And he keeps missing me. That's how it is. But what you have to do is to run an effective call center, you must call, text, and email every lead until they cry, buy, or die, and your fingers bleed.
That's what you got to do. Listen, that's why I call people all day long, in the morning, in the afternoon, at nighttime, on Saturday, on Sunday, because people, they sleep in early this day, they're off this day, they're eating breakfast, dinner, lunch. Now,
let's talk about this. Let's say that you are out there today and you want to buy a business. You want to buy a Window Ninjas window cleaning business. If you buy a Window Ninjas business, window cleaning business, but you don't want to call the lead every day, Gabe, what kind of support does your brand Window Ninjas provide for people that for your franchisees in terms of calling the leads for them?
Well, Clay, I mean, that's exactly what we do. These franchisees of ours, they're out there busy talking to customers, working with their service personnel. They're communicating face-to-face with a multitude of different people all day long, and they don't have time to answer the phone from somebody that is out there in the world that wants to have their windows cleaned or their house washed. And so they leave that up to us. And that's the benefit of having a Window Ninjas franchise, is that all of our call center employees can pick up the phone, answer a call, facilitate the needs of the client. And if they send us a text or an email and ask about our services, I mean, we're right there to bang out an email or pick up the phone and give them a call and reach out. So we take that off of the shoulders of the people that are out there in the field doing all the wonderful things of helping these people out with their window cleaning and pressure cleaning needs. Just makes it easier.
Gabe, why do you think that people are so averse to calling their leads over and over? Why are business owners so? I talk to business owners all the time. You know, I talked to a guy today. True story. This guy did $500,000 of sales this week. and his business has big ticket items, and he could easily do $1.2 to $1.3 million a week of sales if he would just install a call center. But he insists on not doing it and kind of allowing the sales reps to call leads whenever they have a chance. What is the deal with that, Gabe? Why do small business owners and big business owners, why are they so averse to setting up a call center?
I don't know, Clay. It is mind-blowing. It actually boggles my mind. I mean, it's crazy. But, there's some people out there that are winners and want to be super successful, and there's others that are just kind of wanting to go with the flow. And I guess that's why some of us are willing to take the plunge and have a call center and have a bunch of employees to facilitate the needs of others. And other people are just kind of going with the flow, being average and ordinary. Maybe that's what it is, Clay.
Going with the flow, feeling the flow. I see it all the time. I mean, James, if you had a business where you're doing $500,000 a year, and you're getting, let's say, 50 or 60 leads a week, and your salesperson is only able to reach half the leads I can only get a hold of half the leads.
That's a problem.
Wouldn't you set up a call center?
Of course I would.
Every week I get so frustrated talking to this guy. We've helped this person grow their business dramatically, and every week it's like, did you guys call your leads? Well, we didn't she was busy. She was out of town. His call center, his call rep, one person. She was out of town. She was busy. She's going through some personal stuff.
That is a sad story.
And so I know we need to probably. So let's move past that. Let's say you're actually going to set up a call center.
Boom.
So what are the steps you need to have? And then Gabe, I'm going to ask you, each one of these steps, why you have to have it. So kind of rapid fire. Here we go. One, you got to set up. You got step one, folks. Step one, you have to set up call recording. You got to set up call recording. I recommend a company called clarityvoice.com. Maybe you're listening right now and you don't like clarityvoice.com. Okay, fine, but that's who I use, clarityvoice.com. Why do you have to set up call recording there, sir?
Well, with a call center, you want to script your phone calls, so you want to make sure that your employees are following the script. And if they're not, then you can pull the call, then you can educate them on how to follow a script and or coach them on a better way to follow the script. So that's one, right? Catch errors.
Right.
Double check their work. Okay, that helps too. Sometimes people make mistakes. They don't cross their I's or dot their T's, or dot their T's or cross their I's. Which one is it, Clay?
Well, I'll tell you this. It's a thing where what happens is people, they get excited about the idea of I'm going to start making calls. Yes, I got my new job. Woo! They're wearing makeup if they're women. They're showing up on time. The men are dressing up. They might wear a suit the first day. Oh, they're wearing a sport coat. Come on.
And a tie.
No ties. Sport.
Got the hat on.
Got my new job.
Shiny shoes.
Come on.
Got that too.
Woo! Feeling the flow.
You know it.
They're into it.
They're looking like they're going to get married.
That's right. And then week 2, she doesn't have makeup on. She'll kind of throw it on in the car right before she walks in. She might walk in at 8:02. She's supposed to be there at 8. Week 1, she was there at 7:45 for the 8 o'clock day. But now week 2, it's like 8:02. Week 3,
then she has to go to the bathroom and sit in there for 30 minutes.
Right.
Right. She didn't do that last week.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Now week 3, it's no makeup on. You don't get makeup now. No, none of that. And they're rocking yoga pants, showing up at 8:40, telling you they can't come in because they has a problem with their kid. Right? This is real. And then by about week 4, by week 4, they might have slept in their car, woken up right there right before work. They showed up, an hour late to work. He shows up looking like he's been living in a dumpster, He's no longer making calls. When he does make calls, he mumbles. And he's instead of selling one thing a day or instead of selling 20 things a day, he's selling one thing a day or one thing a week. Always going out to the car to take a personal call, living in the bathroom. This is what happens. Yep. So step 1, what? To stop the jackassery, you got to install call recording. And I recommend a company called clarityvoice.com. 2, you got to install proven call scripts. Now, why do you want to install proven call scripts, James, as opposed to just letting people hack around?
Well, so you want to measure what you treasure, right? And so you're able to measure statistically how many calls you're making and how many deals you're closing based on that call script.
Interesting. So you have to install call scripts that work. And again, if you buy a Window Ninjas franchise, they already have a proven call script. 3, you got to schedule the group interview. You got to do the interview every week. Gabe, what happens if you don't interview new job candidates every week?
Well, if you don't find new candidates and don't have a pool of people that you can pull from on a regular basis, somebody's going to drop off the ship. Somebody's going to get sick. Their girlfriend's going to break up with them and kick them out of their apartment. Next thing you know, your employee's living 3 hours up the road in the middle of a cow field somewhere trying to make some money, like picking up cow dung. And you've lost an employee. But, hey, if you've done your routine weekly interviews and you got a pool of people that you can pull from because they're excited to come work for you, then you just bring up the next batter
There
and
it is.
hit the next home run.
I got to tell you a funny story. It's a little too true, a little too soon, but I'll just keep being kind of vague. Had an employee who I did a great job. They said, man, I have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. That was the conversation we had. And then I'm going, hey, where's this person? And no one knows. Then get a call from this person about 4 weeks later. They say, hey, I have moved to a new state, and I wanted you to know what I'm up to now. And I'm like, okay. That is unfortunately very common in our world today. Somebody just ghosts, no call, no show, nothing. I asked the person, well, why did you move? They're like, well, I just kind of felt like I should move. And then there's people that operate like that. They just do. It's wild, but it's a thing. So you got to have call recording, scripts, the group interview. Every single week you need to interview candidates. Every single week you got to interview job candidates. If you don't interview job candidates every single week, you're going to end up finding yourself in a bad spot. You got to do it every week. Every week. Someone says every week. What? Folks, I'm going to prove to you some facts here. Here we go. This is a reverse miracle. Here we go. Reverse miracle. Reverse miracle. A miracle is a good thing. This is a bad thing. That happens to be true. 85% of employees lie on resumes, according to Inc. magazine. What? Reverse miracle. Right. 85% of employees lie on resumes. What? And someone might say, that's shocking. I can't believe it. Okay. Did you know this, folks, that 75% of employees admit to stealing from the workplace? What? Reverse miracle. 75% of employees steal from the workplace. What people say, what kind of a business are you running up there? You got to replace employees all the time. Probably a bad business owner. No, I'm running a business with humans on the planet Earth where 75% of employees steal from the workplace. Gabe, is that shocking to you that 75% of employees steal from the workplace according to Forbes or according to the U.S. Chamber? Is that shocking?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
100%.
Negative.
I mean, it's crazy, right?
This guy's negative.
Absolutely not. Man, people steal time. They steal your soul. They steal your smile. They steal all kinds of things. They steal your toilet paper, your pens. Man, employees, they go steal your protein bar that you were saving for the last 3 days.
Oh,
that rainy day, Yeah,
they do.
It's just magically gone. Where's the toilet paper?
Oh,
it's gone.
We
got no more toilet paper.
We had a guy years ago, true story. I caught him on camera. Okay, walking out of our business, wearing my massive headphones that I use for recording, and I'm like, call him the next day. Hey, bro. You were wearing my headphones when you walked out of the building yesterday. Did you bring them back? And he says, oh, I didn't know I had them on. So think about that. He wanted me to believe that it's plausible that he'd been editing so hard, so all in, that he disconnected the 1/4-inch cable out of the mixer and just wore those headphones with that massive ass cord all the way out to his car.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, you can't make it up. You want to make it up. You wish it wasn't true. Then we had another guy that used to be the fridge hog. This guy was one of my favorites. Anything in the fridge, he believed it was his. So his whole deal was like, he would just be crushing the food in that fridge. And all the employees are like, man, what happened to my sandwich or my yogurt or my, the fridge hog got it.
That is not cool.
And he thought it was great, though. He thought it was funny. He's like, it's just whatever goes in there, man. It's just free game. I'm like, no, it's not. So these are things. It's the fridge hog. Okay, next is you got to install tracking sheets. You got to have tracking sheets. and you got to install daily coaching and mentoring. Let me recap the 5 steps, okay? 1, you got to set up call recording. Step 2, you got to install proven scripts. Step 3, you got to schedule a group interview. Step 4, you got to provide daily coaching. Someone has to hold these people accountable. Someone has to manage it. Someone has to check in. Somebody has to do that. I like that kind of thing. Somebody else might say, I don't like that thing at all. I like that. Someone else is going, I don't like managing people. I like it. Someone else doesn't. That's fine, but I do. Next, you got to install tracking sheets. You got to track the numbers. James, is it interesting to you that oftentimes you might sell 3 to 4 times more tickets than people who are sitting 1 foot from you?
It is, but also at the same time, it's not, because I feel like I'm driven, really hard spiritually by God to do what I'm doing. So.
Okay, so that I think that's the mindset you got to have. But Gabe, going back to you guys are cleaning windows, man. I mean, is it shocking to you that one person, when you track, might do 5 times more sales than somebody else?
It is shocking, but it is expected as well. I mean, some people just get it, do well, are able to put their head down and get to work, while most others are incapable of doing that. Maybe they just don't have the drive. I don't know, Clay. It's one of those 2 things.
Well,
I call it the lack of manning up syndrome.
Well, you guys at Window Ninjas do a phenomenal job. And for anybody out there that's looking to buy a franchise, final 3 questions in the final 60 seconds. How much does it cost to buy a Window Ninjas franchise?
The franchise fee for Window Ninjas is $50,000.
And how long is the training process to become a Window Ninjas franchise owner?
That will be approximately 2 weeks, and if you need a third, we will give it to you.
And if people want to learn more about owning a WindowNinjas.com franchise, how do they do it, sir?
Then go to WindowNinjas.com, click on the franchise button, send us an email at opportunities@WindowNinjas.com, and we will reach out to you, or they can call us at 910-538-4223 or 833-NINJAS1 if they feel like going the 800 route.
833-NINJAS1. 833-NINJAS1. That's a good number right there. 833-NINJAS1.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Hey, Gabe.
Best number on earth.
I appreciate you carving out time for me on this wonderful holiday weekend. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for having me, Clay. Have a great one.
Take care, brother. Bye.
No date, no venue, 2014.
Okay, cool. Well, all of our appointments have been prices literally just went up like crazy. Definitely recommend that second or that third package. Those packages are regularly $800 and $900. However, with the price special this week, the price would actually be $600 or $700.
Nice little buzz in the room. Nice little buzz in the room. It's getting pretty crazy. I black out from like 3 to 9, and then at 9 o'clock I wake up, and then there's just a bunch of this money on my desk. I don't know where it came from. I got to remind myself that we're working. It's a lot of fun.
It's hard to sort. Do you just use the money to heat your home? You don't know what to do with all the extra money?
That's one way to do it, but a lot of times, we just want to make sure that it gets to the right person. So.
Makes sense.
We're not going to send anybody out there.
Is this like a number for me to reach back at?
All of our photographers will be dressed professionally, in a shirt, tie, professional business attire. I mean, we're going to want to wow you and your guests. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Bailey just
point number 5. No date, no video. We are the only photography company operating a 2-week program for every wedding that we shoot.
Sounds good.
Right now, according to the Not.com and Modern Magazine,
the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has. by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also, we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country, where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant, and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show.
2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.